Hey guys, what's going on? So I'm sitting down here today to talk to you guys about the Leo full moon that is happening on January 20th/21st. So right now I'm actually recording this and the moon is about 28 degrees Leo. I'm sorry, 28 degrees Cancer, and in just a few hours the moon is going to slip into Leo, and that is what's going to start this full moon. So I have a few notes here, guys, and I'm going to talk a little bit about Leo energy and channel a bit about what I think this energy is going to bring to our universe. And then of course at the end of my video I will pull a tarot card for each zodiac sign to kind of give us some sort of message about this Leo full moon. Okay guys, so let's get into the notes here, talk a little bit about what this energy is in astrology. So we have a Leo full moon, super moon, blood wolf moon, eclipse. Okay, this is obviously a very important full moon, and it sounds very powerful. Okay, so I'm going to explain a little bit about what full moons mean, even though I believe this full moon is extremely important. But we can look at full moons as something that brings completions and new beginnings to our universe. Okay, but as I was saying, this is not like a typical full moon, you guys. It is an eclipse. It is happening at 0 degrees. So we also want to keep in mind the very late and progressed energy of Cancer. Okay, we had a full moon in Cancer last month at 0 degrees. And in fact, a lot of the full moons that we've had over the past few months have been at the very important and critical, distinct degree of 0 degrees. Okay, 0 in astrology is very similar to 30 degrees, which is significant for new beginnings in itself. So the fact that this full moon is actually happening at 0 degrees while the sun has just entered Aquarius at 0 degrees, this is a 0 degree opposition, and it's very much opening a portal of new beginnings. And with eclipses, you guys, I believe the eclipses follow a 6-month cycle. So this is actually taking us back 6 months ago to the Leo new moon that we experienced, which was also an eclipse. So I think the energies are a bit high in our universe right now. For me, I only have Mars in Leo. My only Leo energy in my birth chart is Mars. So that's the only Leo energy I was born with. So to me, this Leo energy naturally kind of irritates me. It kind of raises my blood pressure a little bit. So yeah, I'm not sure if that's just Leo energy, if there's anyone else out there feeling a little bit irritable or just kind of, this is very, very high energy, you guys. So I'm excited to see the messages that come up. Very powerful. As I mentioned, it is the cusp of Cancer. But Leo here, we're going to focus on Leo energy just for this full moon. Leo is the 5th house of our universe, you guys. The 5th house is one of my favorite houses to talk about, although I'm not sure if I know the most about that house. The 5th house is all about pleasure. It's the house of creativity, and I read earlier that the 5th house is actually what makes our reality beautiful. So this is that Leo energy of creativity and expression, and the 5th house is also the house of children and soulmates because it is the house of everything that can be created. So love is something that can be created. Our children is something that can be created. And for those of us who don't have children of our own, we definitely all have an inner child that we can take into consideration here with these energies. So when I'm thinking about Leo energy and I think about things that are happening in Leo energy in our universe, it always makes me want to dig deep and contact the inner child inside me, but the energy of children is very important around this time. In soulmates as well, because we think of soulmates as hearts that link in a youthful way, right? So soulmates, creativity, romance, expression, creativity. That's obviously my favorite thing about the 5th house, and it is the 5th house of pleasure. And I was reading earlier that the most things that cause us pleasure are things that are creative, things that we can express in a creative way. So as far as where this energy is happening in the universe, it's actually quite pleasant and nice. It's in a very good house in the universe. Not that there's any bad houses, but Leo energy is very youthful. It's fixed energy. Okay, we do have a full moon in a fixed sign, you guys, so it's time to take in consideration stability within our universe. All the fixed signs, Leo, Aquarius, Taurus, and Scorpio, they're in charge of stabilizing what's in between of action and change. Okay, stability is always in between of mutable and cardinal. Okay, so it's not really about doing anything right now. It's not really about changing anything. I feel like the universe is kind of in charge of those kind of areas. That's what I like about fixed signs, is that it's all about stability. It's not mutable, it's not cardinal, it's in the middle. So this is stabilizing the things that we've changed over the last 6 months and stabilizing the actions we've taken over the last 6 months. Fixed fire energy. So fire, Sagittarius, Aries, and Leo, this is all about passion. It's about expression, manifestation, spirituality. Fire signs in astrology do represent spirituality, at least the physical embodiment of it, which is why I have lit candles for this full moon with that Leo energy and that Aquarius energy. It would be great to light some incense, you guys. A lot of people, I believe, are going to be wondering, what it is that they should do for this eclipse. A lot of us are going to be feeling high energy, and not all of us are, aware of what exactly we should do with these energies of the full moon, eclipse, blood, super moon, wolf. Guys, I believe it's all about setting intention. It's all about focusing on the energy. So the best thing that we can do is set our intentions, what it is that we're completing, what it is that is our individual personal cycles that we're completing. It helps a lot to know where Leo energy is in your chart. If you have a Leo moon, this energy can make you emotional. If you have a Leo sun sign, this can make you extremely aware of certain things. If you have a Leo Mars like me, it could definitely stir up certain energies that are Mars-like, a lot of energy, a lot of blood pressure related things. So I think it's safe to say this energy is going to kind of affect us all in different ways, right? And one of the main things I love about Leo is that it rules the heart. Leo rules love. Leo is ruled by the sun. So guys, this energy is going to be different, but I feel like it's going to be extra hard for people who aren't authentic. Okay, this energy is extremely focused on authenticity. That's Leo's whole thing. Okay, Leo is the strength card in tarot. I have that card here. So this is the card that represents Leo in astrology. So I do want to mention here that this is about courage. It is about bravery, having that inner lion and that lioness energy that we all have inside us to be authentic and roar, who it is that we believe that we are. And just operating from a more genuine, authentic energy, which is not easy. It's easier said than done. So I feel like as long as we have some sort of understanding of who it is that we truly are inside, which it takes bravery to be. Leo energy is not afraid of the spotlight. That's one thing I admire about Leo, is that they're not afraid of the spotlight. They're not afraid of attention. I feel like Leo energy is very grounded and centered in exactly what they are, and all Leos are different, but that's kind of the glory of it. So again, the inner child energy coming up here, and what is more authentic than the inner child in you? When we were all kids and we were all children, we knew exactly what we wanted. We knew exactly what it was that made us happy at a heart level. That soul authentic energy. The sun is the center of who we are. So I think all of these energies are kind of chiming together, you guys. And I feel like this is all what we make it. Whatever it is that this eclipse symbolizes for us individually, it depends on, what's at the center of us. It depends on what's authentic in the center of you. Okay, but what I can do is pull some cards for guidance, just to kind of see what the universe has in store for each of the zodiac signs when it comes to this full moon eclipse energy. But I can say with confidence, another Leo thing coming up there is confidence. I can say that I very much believe this energy will change things for all of us, as eclipses usually do. Eclipses are even more powerful than regular full moons. Super moons, which is what this moon is even more powerful than regular moons. And even blood moons can be a bit interesting, and that might be why some of us see the moon as a red color tonight, because this is a blood moon as well. So this is a very jam-packed energy, okay guys? I think all of us are going to be feeling it, but that's what I have as far as my notes, and I really would like to get into the tarot messages now. So I'm going to set those aside. So for those of you who are watching, I just want to set the intent that this message help all of you guys, whatever it is that you guys need to hear individually. I do set the intent that these are the messages that come out for this full moon energy, okay? So this is my messages for the Leo full moon eclipse tonight. And of course, we're going to start with Aries because Aries is the first zodiac sign. Aries, you are a fire sign. So this Leo energy is, I feel like this is a really positive area for you, Aries, because you're going through fifth house energy. So this is a full moon in your fifth house of creativity, your fifth house of expression and soulmates and even children. Okay, so let's see what the full moon eclipse message is for Aries. So what do we have for Aries, Spirit? What is the full moon in Leo message for Aries? Some of you may be experiencing a bit of anxiety because I did get a glimpse of the Nine of Swords. So the card we have coming out for you, Aries, is the Hierophant card. This is the card of Taurus. So there could be a significant Taurus energy showing up here for the full moon. So it could definitely be a Taurus, or maybe you have Taurus energy within your own self. Now, the Hierophant is not just Taurus. This is also speaking about beliefs, Aries. This is speaking about faith and commitment and something of traditional value, okay? This is like a priest's energy, a mentor, some sort of spiritual advisor, okay? So I do feel like this is about being grounded. This full moon message for you has a lot to do with your own personal beliefs and what you have faith in, Aries. And again, that Taurus energy, it brings up your personal possessions, it brings up your resources, but we want to apply this to your fifth house. So there could be something you're creating with a Taurus. Maybe this is just about committing to the things that are creative for you, or committing to something along the lines of pleasure for you. All right, I really do feel like that's going to ring true for some of you guys. Now, the bottom of the deck here, we do have Sagittarius energy. So it's interesting. We had two major arcana come out for you, Aries. The major arcana in tarot do imply that there's major change. Okay, these are not minor arcana cards. You got both zodiac cards. So Sagittarius and Taurus, you want to look to those energies for this full moon cycle, because these energies can manifest. Look to your own birth chart to where Sagittarius and Aries are. And also just pay attention to any of those energies that could be around you. We've got ninth house and second house here. So perhaps it's something that would require patience, Aries. The Temperance card does speak to alchemy and patience and balance. But it's interesting, both of these cards kind of speak to belief and faith, because Sagittarius is the ninth house of belief and faith. And then the Hierophant card is all about faith and beliefs as well. So there is something here about having faith, Aries. There's something here about what you believe in, some sort of patient commitment here, getting really committed to your own patience, Aries, and perhaps even trying something new. The Temperance card always has 1 foot in the water and 1 foot on ground. So definitely trying to balance that reality and that fantasy energy, but committing to whatever this is coming up. Okay, it will require some sort of commitment, Aries. And we do have the Wheel of Fortune behind the Temperance. So this also has something to do with Jupiter and Sagittarius currently expanding these energies for you. So this is your message, Aries, for the full moon in Leo. It's safe to say there's going to be some cycles that complete. You do have good luck and good fortune on your side as long as you're patient and as long as you're committed to whatever it is you're doing, Aries. Very powerful message there about your beliefs as well and what it is that you've been waiting for. So that was the message for Aries. Hopefully that helped out. Let's move to Taurus now. Taurus, you're a fixed sign, just like Leo. So you're going to understand these stable energies, but as an earth sign, fire can be a bit foreign, okay? You're more about grounding than you are about setting things on fire. You know how a tree would feel about that. But you are fixed. So I feel like this is going to bring some stability to your life, Taurus. I do. It is happening in your fourth house, Taurus, so you want to keep in consideration that this is about creativity that comes into your home. This is about creativity amongst your own family. The fourth house is your mother's energy, so it's interesting. We have child energy and mother coming up here, so that can manifest in different ways too. So yes, we definitely have your foundation coming up here, Taurus. How can you go about creating your own foundation with this moon cycle over the next 6 months? The pleasure that you're experiencing now, I don't have to mention how important pleasure is to Taurus in their home. Okay, Taurus, you're a bull. You're that kind of cow energy, and cows live with fences around their territory, right? They're very territorial creatures. And Taurus, that kind of reigns true for you. So this is definitely about you creating pleasure in your home, okay? We did have a card come out for you, and we have the Six of Cups for you, Taurus. We have the Six of Cups, which I love to see this for a Leo full moon message. The Six of Cups speaks to nostalgia. which is also something I compare with Leo energy, because Leo does bring up a lot of childlike things from our childhood, the inner child. So you're definitely needing to focus on your inner child around this time, Taurus, starting now up until the next full moon we have in Virgo, okay, which will be in an earth sign. So the Six of Cups does talk about soulmate energy. So Taurus, you guys are really tapping into this you know, soulmate energy. The fifth house is about soulmates. You've got the soulmate card, and you're going through this fourth house energy. I do want to mention that Leo squares you guys, so this might bring up certain compromises. It might bring up certain conflicts, but it looks like there's a great deal of nostalgia, especially emotionally. You guys did get a water card, so this is about emotions from your past, emotions that may have to do with children or from your childhood, even, Taurus. It depends on you, but we do have a soulmate. Some of you guys could be connecting with someone who you've known since childhood. This energy may bring up things like that for some reason. You guys could be connecting with someone you've known in a past life, okay? The Six of Cups is very nostalgic, okay? And it's interesting, this is the Sun and Scorpio card. Scorpio would be significant for you, Taurus, because Scorpio is the opposite sign of you. And Scorpio represents relationships for all Taurus, okay? So there's definitely some sort of soulmate energy or just some kind of past energy that is nostalgic for you, Taurus, whether it be romantic or just family. I wouldn't be surprised if this full moon over the next month brings up certain energy from your past, especially even if you're just feeling things from your past. It doesn't have to be physical with water cards, but you're definitely going to be maybe even reminiscing a little bit. And I do believe this is going to be a cycle that brings people, places, and things back from your past, Taurus. So interesting we brought up Scorpio, because the bottom of the deck, Taurus, is the Death card. The Death card. So with that being said, we have a Scorpio present for some of you. A very strong Scorpio energy here for sure. And if it's not a Scorpio, keep in mind, Scorpios represent all relationships for Taurus, okay? So there's definitely that relationship energy, especially past relationships with children even, or people you have children with, or children are here somewhere, Taurus, or just your past. Maybe there's just a younger energy present. But the Death card does speak to transformation and new beginnings, Taurus. So maybe this is something from your past re-emerging or transforming that needs to change in some kind of way, okay? We do have death and rebirth here. So I feel like this is about killing something from your past, Taurus, moving forward. You know, I am feeling this very purge-like energy with this Scorpio energy present. It has a lot to do with your relationships. It has a lot to do with, you know, your pleasure. Okay, we wanna relate this message to your fourth house of home in some way as well, Taurus. Children in the home, childhood homes that you used to live in the past, or what it is that you saw as home when you were younger. That could be what's transforming. But this looks incredibly changing for you, Taurus. It does. It looks like there's something very much transforming. Now, I want to show you. The card after the Death card would be the Ace of Cups. So some of you guys have a new love coming in that is going to transform everything over the course of the next month, okay? These cycles last up to 6 months. So over the next 6 months, it's about new emotion coming in that will heal your past. That's exactly what this message is saying, Taurus. We have emotion and transformation, and it does regard love. There's going to be love that comes back, and if it's not someone from your past, it is very familiar to you, Taurus, okay? And this is all in the name of some sort of transformation, rebirth. This is new emotion coming in. You're going to feel different ways about your past. You may feel different ways about children, all in the name of transformation, because this is sudden endings and beginnings, which is exactly what this full moon is anyway. But I do see a great deal of love coming in. We have this hand here extending out, and if it's not a Scorpio, it is transforming. I do see that here. There's such a huge love message here, and it's in regard to anxiety. Some of you guys have anxiety with some sort of, you guys have work anxiety. I do see that here, that there is some sort of boss, okay, or some kind of teamwork situation at work that may be contributing to insomnia, nightmares, anxiety. But Taurus, that's all a thing in the past, okay? Maybe some of you guys have had relationship or even child-related anxiety, but there's something new coming in for you, and it's quite gorgeous. Beautiful message there for you, Taurus. Hopefully that helped. Let's move to Gemini. Gemini, interesting. Leo is 3 houses away from you. So this is your 3rd house, and this is important, Gemini, because you are the 3rd house. So this is all about communication, which you're very comfortable here. Leo represents the way that you speak, okay? So this could be about speaking out in a new creative way or expressing yourself in a different way, Gemini, which is so important to you because you are an air sign. You're very mutable. You have a lot to say, and what you have to say changes at a rapid rate. So this is about getting more creative with your lower mind, more expressive, expressing your lower mind in a more creative way. What is it that you can create from that space, Gemini, with that strong Mercury lower mind energy? All right, so Gemini, we have quite a message coming up here. Similar to Aries, we have 2 major arcana coming out for you, which would imply a great deal of change, okay? Great deal of change. This is not a minor full moon for any of us, especially those of you who are receiving minor arcana for messages. So first card out that I saw, I actually thought this was one card. So it came out like this. The moon hides things, Gemini. So we do have a significant Pisces energy coming up for some of you guys. Maybe it's a Pisces energy within you, or maybe it's a Pisces energy around you. It could also be Cancer, because Cancer is ruled by the moon. And again, this moon is full at 0 degrees Leo. So it's technically full at 30 degrees Cancer as well. So this is a progressed energy, kind of progressed Cancer kind of energy. But let's talk about the moon card, Gemini, since this is your message, okay? This is about your shadow side. This has been coming up, at least in my readings for you, Gemini. We've been talking a lot for the past few months about your shadow side. I love talking to Gemini about their shadow side because I'm a Pisces. Pisces is also a dual sign, just like Libra. And so the dual signs are kind of experiencing these energies in different ways. You know, Gemini Pisces season is coming up. And the next time we speak, it will be on a Virgo new moon. So there's going to be a lot of mutable energy coming in at the end of, in February. So, you know, Gemini, this kind of energy, Libra season, Pisces season, it does something to you guys, whether you know it or not, because these are all dual signs, Pisces, Gemini, and Libra. We are different from the other zodiacs. So this is about that other side of you. This is about what you're hiding, Gemini. This is about secrets. I mean, you got the moon card as a full moon eclipse message. So there's something about this full moon that is really, really relatable to you. You know, you're really, really feeling these more secretive, darker energies. And I don't mean dark as in bad. It's just more of a mysterious energy. It's more emotional. It's deep. The moon is definitely deep and intuitive. But as I mentioned, the moon does hide things, okay? It is significant for our soul and for our deep energies. This is a subconscious energy as well, Gemini. But even this message came out hiding something. In the card behind the moon card that it was hiding, I mean, when it fell out, I didn't even know there was 2 cards there until I moved it. We have the Justice card. So this moon is a justice moon for you. We have the moon and we have justice. So for some of you, this is literal. Okay, when I see the Justice card, I think of anything that has to do with judge energy, what has to do with balance and fairness and karma. But again, we have the 2 dual signs showing up for you, Gemini. So there's a very dualistic message here. There is a clear indication here that someone may be watching with a Libra moon. We do have an indication here of a Libra moon, Pisces and Libra energy, Cancer even. So these energies are going to manifest in some sort of way. There is some kind of importance. In fact, with the moon coming out, Gemini, I want you to look at your own moon to even further discover what it is that you can learn about your shadow side, what it is that you can learn about that other foreign part of you, because that could somehow balance things. It could somehow further balance things. This is about harmony for you. And I feel like this is just about balancing your light and your dark, okay? Those 2 twins that you have, Gemini. And maybe even communicating, in a fair way about how things could be more balanced. Something that some of you guys may be, hiding or, keeping a secret, because the moon was hiding this card. So there's some secret justice, Gemini, available for you with this Leo full moon. Now, the bottom of your deck is the 5 of Cups. So there is an underlying energy here of regret and loss even, perhaps looking at the glass half empty instead of half full. But Gemini, if this is about a relationship for some of you guys, I want you to turn around and realize the ability for this relationship to reemerge with the 2 of Cups still standing there. If it's not about love, this is about emotion, Gemini. You know, if you guys have had certain emotion come up, I mean, you got the moon card, okay? There is a Pisces here present for some of you guys. The moon can sometimes speak to sadness. When the moon is full, some of us find ourselves being more emotional, and it's because our bodies are tapping into deeper subconscious things than we would regularly. I mean, the moon is filled with light. It's a super blood moon. It's being eclipsed. There's all these drastic changes going on with the sun in Aquarius now, which is an air sign like you. So, of course, there may be certain emotion that stirs, Gemini, but just to remember to look at the glass half full, be a bit more optimistic, especially in regards to love, because we do have some emotion coming in here. Balance is reiterated here with the Six of Pentacles down here, but this is the message you need to see. Okay, there may be something here about a love offer or just moving forward emotionally that is tied to some sort of emotional fulfillment. I don't think people realize that most of the time about Gemini, that they also are concerned with emotional fulfillment, even though they're an air sign. You know, maybe this is something that would both mentally and emotionally fulfill you, Gemini. But back to the main message, we have the moon in justice. So there is something here about secret justice, okay? There's something here about emotional balance. And you want to look to Libra and Pisces energy specifically to understand this message even deeper, Gemini. But I think you guys are going to know what that means. So hopefully that helped. Let's move on to Cancer. Cancer, we had a full moon in your sign last month. And you are ruled by the moon, Cancer. So I know that this energy is going to speak differently for you guys. All right. You're probably feeling these energies a bit differently because you're ruled by this. So another thing to mention here to you, Cancer, is that this is kind of a full moon in Cancer as well, because we have the moon that is full in Leo, but it's only at 0 degrees. So if there were a 30-degree mark in astrology, this moon would be technically at 30 degrees Cancer. So this is kind of like a double full moon. You know, you guys may feel very emotionally exhausted or just a little bit wired or confused a bit. But this is happening in your second house, Cancer, okay? So this is all about your resources. This is about your values and what it is that you consider possession. So if any of you guys are out there focusing on your finances, this is going to bring certain completions to your finances and to things that you possess, okay? Which can be anything of value or anything you consider worth it. So Cancer, this is about creating your own resource, using creativity and expression as a resource. So if there's anything out there that you guys do in a creative way to bring in money, this is a great cycle to kind of start new things, new projects, anything that can create value into your life. And I feel like this is about valuing creativity as well, valuing your own sense of expression, which is perfect because we do have the Ace of Wands coming out for you, Cancer. So some of you guys are really going to feel that spark, okay? Some of you guys have been really down in the dumps lately, you know. I'm not sure what it is, if it's the North Node energy, but a lot of Cancer energy, I've seen this, that Cancers have been a little bit bogged down lately. And I'm liking the fact that Spirit is saying there's going to be some kind of spark. Something is going to spark in you guys over the next month and even further into the next 6 months. So the next cycle here, until we have a new moon in Leo in 6 months, guys, there's going to be things that spark, okay? Creativity. This is definitely going to spark joy in some of you guys. It's going to spark new ways of expression, okay? This is like a candle wick that is inside you, Cancer, that is going to be lit with this Leo fire energy, okay? Manifesting. This is magical energy. This is literally a magical wand that's being given to you, Cancer. Now let's talk about the underlying energy and why this energy is coming out here. We have the Nine of Wands. So your message here is very fiery, okay? Very, very fiery. And as I mentioned, Cancers have been a bit down lately, and that's because they've been fighting so many deep emotional battles. When the North Node went into Cancer a few months ago, I feel like that really brought a spotlight to Cancer and what it is that you guys are doing. You know, you guys are hermit crabs, so you guys like to hide under rocks and you like to hide from the way that you feel, but it's hard to do that when you have the North Node of destiny in your sign. So everything that you feel now, Cancer, everything that you've been doing, where you consider your home to be, those deep emotions that you won't share with anybody, well, the universe knows about them, and that's why it's created this inner battle within you, okay? You guys are kind of fighting moon battles, you know, fighting battles within cycles, because now, see, Cancers are really involved in cycles because you guys are the opposite sign of Capricorn. And now that the North and South Node are in Capricorn and Cancer, cycles have gotten way more intense. If you haven't noticed, there's so many cycles, okay? And speaking of that, the Nine of Wands is an indication that there is a cycle that is about to complete. It is getting rather heavy. It has caused you to be a bit defensive, okay? We've got fire here, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius energy specifically for some of you guys. So this is a battle of expressing yourself, Cancer. You've been battling whether you should express certain things, certain emotions. You've been battling. I feel like this is an internal battle. I feel like this is a mental battle. I feel like this is a very fiery battle, maybe like trial by fire, okay? But we do have this final wand here. So this is technically the Ten of Wands, Cancer. You know, there is something here speaking to a burden. and something heavy that you guys should all independently drop for yourselves with this full moon in Leo, okay? We've got fire here. So much fire to help warm the water that you are. Sometimes the water that Cancer is can over chill. It can become ice, you know, it can become snow, it can become sleet. But fire can warm you, Cancer. There might be something here about, you know, allowing yourself to just be a little less defensive in spite of all the battles you're going through. And allow yourself to become warm again, Cancer. That's what I'm hearing, is become warm again. Because there is one more battle. And the good thing is that you're going to be hanging on to this wand, and after this battle, you guys are going to be able to express yourself more. You're going to feel more light and love. You're going to feel more like there's a new journey that you can start. So if I were you, instead of using this wand as a weapon, I would use it as a tool of expression. I would use it as an outlet in a way. So I feel like there's something about this full moon in Cancer that will help you guys let down your guard a little bit and channel some of that energy, channel some of that deep emotion into a new form of expression. And also there's some kind of money message here, okay? It might have to do with walking away. And it's interesting, I said there was some kind of money message here because we have the Ace of Pentacles beneath. So there is going to be new financial opportunities for you guys after you walk away from all those deep emotional battles that you've been fighting, okay? So find a new way to express yourself, Cancer, because there's going to be there's a spark that has been trying to light inside of you, but I think you guys have been blocking it out. Okay, so don't battle this energy. Don't be defensive when it comes to this new wand or this new beginning of fire. So hopefully that helped, Cancer. Let's move on to Leo. Leo, this is the full moon in your sign. Okay, so you guys are going to be feeling these energies quite intensely, all right? So I'm interested in what's coming up for Leo. This is your first house, Leo, okay? So this has everything to do with who you are, okay? It has everything to do with your personality and even your ego to a certain extent, all right? Leo, we have the Ten of Wands coming up. And if you guys watched the reading I just done for Cancer before you, Cancer had the Nine of Wands and the Ace of Wands, which was kind of a Ten of Wands feel for me. So it's really interesting that Cancer is your 12th house of subconscious. And you and Cancer are both going through these heavy burdens because this moon is smack dab in the middle of you guys, okay? So with this being a full moon in your sign, Leo, there is no way to escape all the fire that you're going to feel, all the heaviness that you're going to feel, okay? That is why the Ten of Wands is coming up. And it is a fire energy. So this is that Aries, Sagittarius, Leo energy. I feel like all these wands that you're carrying, Leo, are wands of expression. When we see wands in tarot like this is all about expression. You know, wands are fire energy. So these are all different things that you're passionate about. They're all different things that you want to express, okay, within yourself. This is like carrying around self-expression or carrying around self-burdens, because we want to apply this to your first house, right? So could it be that there's something about you that's becoming quite heavy? The Ten of Wands is all about no longer carrying the responsibilities of others, no longer carrying other people's projected passions at you, and only carrying around what it is that you're passionate about, Leo. But you guys are passionate about quite a bit right now, and this Leo moon may bring up even more passion, okay? But I do feel like this is a burden, and it could be a person, it could be a place, it could be a thing, it can be you. But you want to ask yourself during this cycle of the next 6 months, during this cycle of Aquarius, as we enter your opposite sign, there's going to be opposition. Okay, there's going to be things that really don't look like you, Leo. They don't really feel like you. You might not be able to identify with these burdens or with these things, and maybe this opposition will become a burden. Maybe not being able to identify as much with the people around you passionately has become a burden, something like that. But no matter what it is, Leo, this full moon is all about letting down some of that weight you've been carrying. All of you are carrying different weight, but whatever this is, you guys are going to feel it because you're feeling it now as I'm talking. It's about letting it down. The moon is saying, let go, child. Let go of what you've been carrying because it is not yours to carry. Let it be light and let it fly away. Just release is what I just heard. Release, and more release. So if I was a Leo and if I received this message for the Leo full moon, I would really use my own energy as Leo at this time to release anything that has really weighed me down. I feel a very heaviness right now. I feel shrunk. I feel like this has been a heavy weight for you guys, and it is time to let that go. I think you guys have been waiting a very, very, very long time. I think you guys have been waiting a very, very, very long time. I think you've been waiting for love. perhaps from a Scorpio. Maybe it's similar to Taurus. Maybe we've got some fixed sign energy coming up here. Okay, soulmate energy. This is the same message Taurus got. So there could be some Taurus individuals here. But Leo, this looks like some sort of new emotion coming in. Okay, maybe a soulmate from the past that's going to transform things. That's getting a little bit into the further months ahead. For right now, this is about something you've been waiting on. It's a stagnant energy. Could be financial, could be a Virgo for some of you, but this is your message, okay? This is the energy of waiting for ships to come in. So there's something that you've been waiting to express, I'm hearing, because we have 2 fire messages here for you. Here's your message, bottom of the deck and the card that came out. This is a burden that you have been waiting to drop for so long, okay? And it's like that can't come with you, Leo. This is about people, places, and things that are too heavy to bring with you into your very light, and very light as in lightweight, and light as in light that shines, okay? It's light in weight, and it's light in as far as the way that you can see forward. There's a lot of light, okay, in your future. And it's been a long wait as well. So we have wait as in W-A-I-T and wait as in W-E-I-G-H-T. So I feel here very clearly that this is something you've been waiting to drop for a while. And you're looking out to your future of what this means. Now that I no longer have to carry this burden with me, what does this mean? What does this mean? So I think that there's 3 important things, okay? We have the 3 of Wands here, and your future consists of a very fiery trinity, maybe Sagittarius, Aries, Leo power or something like that. But either way, Leo, you're looking out to your future and how much lighter it's going to be. This could be the next 10 months, the next 10 years, but this is a completion. I don't want to forget to mention that we do have the 10 of Wands. So we have a very fiery completion here. And after this full moon comes and goes, you're going to be looking out into your future because you're going to be able to see now, finally, what it is that's coming your way, okay? And it's less burdening, it's less heavy, it's less responsibility. All you have to focus on, Leo, is the expression of your future. And remember, this is your first house, so it's like this is about you, about your future, about you, what you want, what causes you pleasure and creativity, your happiness, your soulmate, even your children for those of you who are parents. But again, Leo, it is time. It's time to drop whatever this heavy thing is, because this full moon is completing so much baggage for you guys, so much baggage. So hopefully that helped, Leo. Happy full moon to you guys. So now we're going to move on to Virgo. Virgo, this is a very important full moon for you guys, okay? Because it's happening in your 12th house of subconscious and spirituality, okay? The 12th, for the moon to be in the 12th house, it's very powerful because the moon is already a subconscious energy in itself. And then it's in your 12th house, which is another one of those subconscious areas, okay? So this is a very spiritual energy. For you, Virgo, it's almost as if you're asleep. There may be a part of you that is subconsciously asleep during this energy, because I do like to say with the 12th house, we're asleep during that energy. But because of that, as a Pisces, I can tell you that there's going to be certain things that you are subconsciously aware of because of that fact. It's kind of a contradiction, but trust me, this is how these energies work. So this is all about a cycle coming undone for you, Virgo, because the next full moon is your full moon. You will have a Virgo full moon next month in Pisces season, okay? I'm not sure if it'll be at 0 degrees or not, but this is about undoing certain cycles before you start another one. When that Pisces opposition comes in, your opposite sign, this is all about creating a brand new cycle. You, Virgo, have reached the end of some sort of subconscious cycle, okay? So this is very much a new, fresh beginning for you in your subconscious, okay? Spiritual, very emotional, very, very deep beneath the surface. The card coming out for you, Virgo, is the Queen of Pentacles, which is a card that has attached itself to your guys' energy lately, because in my January videos for Virgo on my YouTube channel, also the Queen of Pentacles was the very first card to come out for you guys, okay? So this is a great energy. This is a Capricorn energy. It's also a Taurus energy, but I relate the Queen of Pentacles to Virgo. In either way, it's a very grounded woman. Okay, we've got a lot of grounded women watching this right now. Women who are concerned with the stability of their homes, concerned with the stability of their family. The Queen of Pentacles is all about a balance between work and a balance between, basically, the Queen of Pentacles, she can cook, she does laundry, she cleans. She's very nurturing at the same time that she does all this, because she holds the pinnacle of value in her hand. Very grounded, logical woman. we do have a queen coming out for you, Virgo. So this indicates some sort of mastery. And when we reach the 12th house in astrology, it does indicate some sort of mastery sometimes, okay? So I want you guys to identify what it is that you feel you have mastered at this point. Because the Queen of Pentacles has mastered something in a very physical sense of the term, so much so that she can hold it in her hand. So could this be something about finances? Could this be something about work? You guys are going to be going through 6th house energy with Aquarius season, but as far as this Leo energy, this is about something that you could stabilize in your subconscious. This is about being that earth mother that the Queen of Pentacles represents, okay? And maybe some sort of new beginning with this rabbit here. The Queen of Pentacles is always focusing on the very tangible and realistic, promising value of a new beginning financially or in her home. All about stability and logic. So I love this energy coming up for you, Virgo. You guys are quite literally the Queen of Pentacles lately. And I love seeing you so grounded, okay? I think Capricorn season being that strong earth, is it me or is Virgo just not the same after Capricorn season? There's just some kind of earth essence that becomes with this earth energy. There's some kind of pinnacle that you guys are focused on. Could be finances. Now, the bottom of the deck tells me a little bit more about why the Queen of Pentacles is coming out. Because we do have the 5 of Swords, okay? So there is conflict here, Virgo, okay? There could be some subconscious conflict about finances or your home or even family or mother energy. Because when you look closer, the Queen of Pentacles, sometimes it does seem as if she has some kind of concern, okay? I'm not sure if you can see her face. She looks sometimes at peace, but other times she looks as if there's something bothering her, okay? There is a little bit of worry that I'm picking up on here for you, Virgo, and it probably has something to do with conflict. Some of you guys are going through the 5 of Swords, okay? This is also about not wanting to fight anymore. So the Leo full moon, it might be kind of, oh goodness, it's definitely surrender. I forgot to mention the 12th house is the 12th house of surrender. So this is the card of surrender, you know. As far as the wars and all the battle energy that's going on in some people right now, I feel like Virgo would rather be grounded than continue to fight with these people, places, and things. At work, at home, all these battles are taking place in different areas of your guys' life. But we have Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy here. I feel like this speaks to mental, okay, your thoughts, Virgo, maybe even some arguments that you've had with a person, place, or thing. But this is the drop down your sword. So there's something here about surrendering, Virgo, in order to become more grounded for the next 6 months, okay? Because you as well have been carrying, now we've got a little bit of a Leo message here, and that's why Virgo is present. The Knight of Pentacles is Virgo. So there's also something that you've been waiting on, Virgo. And it also has something to do with dropping a burden. Just like Cancer, just like Leo, just like Virgo, okay? There's some kind of heavy completion that is coming to the end of a cycle here. So this conflict has been heavy. And I feel like you are focusing more on what it is that you know to be real in reality. What it is that you know to be true of value to yourself, okay? You've turned your back in a very grounded way when it comes to heavy burdens of conflict. And I love to see that, Virgo, because I know that you guys have been going through, you know, a lot of pain and a lot of deception, betrayal, things like that. And it's mostly all in your mind, I'm seeing. But the Queen of Pentacles is very grounded, okay? Remember, she has mastered this earth element. So just stay grounded, Virgo, and prepare for your full moon next month, okay? So hopefully that helped. Now we're going to move on to Libra energy. Libra. Leo is 11 houses away from you. So we do have that 11th house energy coming up for you guys. This is all about your friends, okay? And it is about creativity. So this is about, you know, if there's any friends in your lives or communities, or this is collective, first of all. So I do want to mention here, yes, there could be friends that you can link up with over the next 6 months and create certain things. We almost had the 8 of Swords, Libra, so maybe feeling a bit trapped mentally, okay? But that's coming out to say there's this creative energy that's going to be present after this full moon in Leo, okay? And what it is it's going to bring a lot of collective energy of creating something at a very collective level, Libra. Creating something for the masses, okay? Just like Cardi B. Cardi B is a Libra, okay? She creates things for the collective, all right? So this is about creating something with a community of people. Like Libra, if you can, it may help you to create something with the masses, you know, link up with people. Now this could be very passionate people that you're linking up with. creating friendships is what I just heard. Libra needs to create their own friendships, okay? You guys may be linking up with members of your soul tribe over the next 6 months, all right? There may be new people that emerge in your life that have something to do with these old cycles coming out and bringing these new cycles in. Now, it's interesting. The card we have coming out for you, Libra, is the Knight of Pentacles, a significant Virgo energy. Could be Capricorn and Taurus as well, or you could just be dealing with stagnance, because the Knight of Pentacles is about moving a bit slower, Libra, okay? So as far as, now this energy, this could be an indication that this energy is going to come in a little bit slower, but the good news with the Knight of Pentacles is that when the Knight of Pentacles arrives in your life, he does arrive holding something for you, Libra, that you will value. This is about showing up with what was promised, because some of the other knights, you know, they all have their purpose, but some of the other knights move a bit too fast. So they may drop what they were holding along the way, or maybe they misplace it, or it just kind of gets lost. But the Knight of Pentacles is very trustworthy. He's reliable. So this is about moving a little bit slower in order to obtain some of those qualities yourself, Libra. Holding on tighter to something you value may cause you to move a bit slower as far as where you're going, because we do have a knight here, so this is about movement. But the Leo full moon is kind of a red light for Libra, or at least a yellow light, if you know what I mean. There might be something in your life that you guys want, whether it's a relationship or a job or a home environment or whatever it is that Libra may want. It's about moving slower in order to obtain the true essence of that, okay? So that you don't overpass it, so that you don't overcharge or go in too quickly, or, you know, it's about a steady pace. So this full moon is about finding your own pace, especially when it comes to some kind of job or money or anything that is physical. It's about the tangible, Libra. Again, it could involve a Virgo. Now, we do have the Four of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So I feel like you guys have been waiting for something to come in, because I do feel like this is more of something on the way to you than I do feel it's you. But I do feel a weird both energy. But when I put the cards up like this looks like someone who's been waiting a great deal of time for an opportunity that they may or may not have missed. Or maybe this is about emotional unsatisfactory. Okay, but we have someone here who's been waiting quite a while for a specific cup to show up. But Libra, the thing is that the slower this thing gets, the more and more challenging it is going to be to see where exactly this offer is coming in. So this tells me this full moon in Leo is going to bring very mysterious offers your way. Offers that maybe you forgot were even on their way to you. Maybe this will bring value and money to you guys very oddly. Odd job requests, odd abilities to make money. And it's going to be up to you to kind of decide what it is that you feel about this offer coming in, because the Four of Cups is an unexpected offer. I mean, it's coming from quite a strange area. Maybe this is a Virgo for some of you guys. It's an unexpected offer from a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. But it's about, you know, it's about what you really do need to know, Libra, is what it is that would emotionally satisfy you. Because this is someone here who thinks they only have 3 cups. The universe is trying to give you more of what you have, Libra. But it's coming in a bit slower, okay? It's going to come in a bit slower for you guys. And it may involve some sort of change in action or travel even. It may involve traveling for love or a decision. There is some kind of crossroad. And Libra, I do need to tell you that the reason why something is coming to you slowly is because when something arrives to you, you will be put at a very, very troubling and challenging crossroads between growth and comfort. And I'm hearing that there's a divine timing for that decision. And if, you know, sometimes when things don't come to us when we want them to come to us, it's because of what those things are going to bring. So be careful what you wish for. Be careful of what you're bringing into your life, Libra, because with that thing comes many other things. It's like a domino effect, okay? So hopefully that helps a little bit, Libra. I just feel like this is about moving a little bit more in a practical way, you know, putting in that hard work and that hard effort, and then receiving very bizarre offers from areas you wouldn't expect, Libra. Maybe from your friends. So let's move to Scorpio. Scorpio, you are also a fixed energy. Leo is a fixed energy. So I feel like this is about stability for you as well. Mainly about your career though, because Leo is 10 houses away from you. So Leo represents your future. Leo represents what it is that you're destined to do and what it is that you're going to leave behind as a legacy. So this is serious energy. Unfortunately, Scorpio, you don't really get to laugh and play like the rest of us when it comes to Leo energy, because Leo is like kind of a military figure to you. You know, it's like being bossed around by a child almost, or being bossed around by someone who's all fun and no games, you know, but still having a respect for these energies, okay? So, respect from your childhood is coming up here, but also creating your own legacy. Creating a legacy of pleasure for yourself, leaving behind pleasure as your legacy, okay? And we just had quite a lot of cards come out here. All right, and we had a significant Aquarius, so I'll just show you the energy that just came out here because it could be a message for some of you guys. Some of you guys, speaking of that career energy, you're healing when it comes to the fear of poverty or even fear of homelessness. I mean, we do have a Leo here. My Page of Wands is my Leo energy, okay? We have an Aquarius here. We have a very strong indication of healing throughout Aquarius season, or healing something, taking a break from Aquarius energy, or something that would inspire you, meditating on what would inspire you. We had an indication of the Five of Swords. So some of you guys could be dealing with Virgo. Virgo also received the Five of Swords. So some of that conflict or no longer wanting to fight, it may be Virgo linked, okay? But let's see if we can't get you one solid, secure message, Scorpio. But that was quite, the cards usually do that. When I get to my Scorpio message, my cards usually kind of fall and go all over the place. Because Scorpio, you know, you're all about transformation. So there's a lot there that needs to transform and be reborn. But again, just keep in mind, this is about, you know, how much pleasure you feel when it comes to your creativity. This is about the next 10 years and how happy you see yourself in the next 10 years, or what it is that would make you happy in 10 years, okay? It's interesting that childhood energy for you is definitely centered around your very serious long-term goals. We have a beautiful message coming out for you, Scorpio. The card that just flipped out, now opposed to all of that just came out, please apply that too. But when we hone in on your energy, Scorpio, we have the Queen of Cups, which is my female Scorpio card. So we've got some female Scorpio energies watching here. And just like Virgo, Virgo received the Queen of Pentacles. So we had some female Virgos that were really in their dominance, really grounded, really mastering that element. Scorpio, the same applies to you. You guys are really, even the males, if there's some Scorpio males watching this message, it doesn't matter the gender. This is speaking to mastering your emotion. So for some reason, this Leo full moon, maybe because it's fixed, maybe because this energy squares you, Leo does square you, okay? So we do have some conflict that may come up. We have some compromising that may come up, but I like squares. Squares have there's no other choice but to change whenever there's a square in astrology, okay? So the 10th house, okay? This is about the Queen of Cups. It is about your career. So maybe this is about becoming more emotionally grounded for your legacy. You know, this is about stabilizing your emotion for your future, okay? This is a mother energy, so we've got some very nurturing Scorpios watching who may or may not have children, but the Queen of Cups is so intuitive, and she's so spiritual and emotional, caring and kind, okay? You notice that her cup it's elegant, but there is a lid. I think she's the only person in tarot who actually has a lid on her cup of emotion. So Scorpio, sometimes we don't always express our emotion when we learn about mastery. Some of the greatest masters are silent, okay? And that's something that's really coming up for your energy, Scorpio, because you guys would rather keep your emotions a mystery. You're the cry in private kind of type. You have that very strong exoskeleton that protects you, okay? Scorpios definitely would rather hide their emotion than express it in the name of stability. So whatever that means to you, Scorpio, this is going to be you and your feels. But I love to see that you guys are grounded in your emotions, surrounded by the things that you feel. But you're going to notice as this Leo energy comes up that there's going to be more stability. You're going to feel more stable with your emotions, which is, I'm honored to give that message, because I know the water signs are affected by the full moons and all these super eclipses and stuff. You're going to be mastering your feelings. And with that comes an heightened sense of intuition. There's going to be certain dreams and certain psychic synchronicities you're seeing because you're mastering your emotions, Scorpio. You are allowing yourself to feel what it is that you feel. And that doesn't mean having to share it with other people. It means understanding what you feel for yourself, by yourself, and, you know, for yourself. So Queen of Cups, very interesting. Could be dealing with another water sign, Pisces or Cancer, but that is my Scorpio woman card. And I feel like this is just about Scorpio coming into the mastery of a certain emotion that they've been feeling. And I feel like this Queen of Cups is also reflecting on who it is that deserves to know her emotions at this point. The underlying energy, I knew someone would get this card. we have the sun, Scorpio. So look at this beautiful message. I don't know if some of you guys have turned your back on something that has made you happy, but it's going to be there's going to be a moment where the sun shines so bright over the next 6 months that you have to turn your face towards the sun and no longer let the shadows fall behind you, okay? There's something here. Now, some of you guys may have a sun, okay? But this is a Leo, okay? The sun rules Leo. So this is about your happiness. It's about your joy. It's about success when it comes to the career sector, emotional success, happiness. This is one of the happiest positive cards, okay? So that very strong Leo energy, something is going to become more clear to you guys. This is about enlightenment and youth. So very beautiful message. But Scorpio, underneath, oh wow, this is what we have underneath the sun card, the judgment card, which is your card for Pluto, and the magician. So this is like some sort of magical awakening, Scorpio. Over the next 6 months, you're going to become so enlightened. Okay, there's something here about manifestation. Okay, manifesting, creating. This is beautiful. But we have a second opportunity here, Scorpio. Something awakening, some kind of judgment. Okay, there's some kind of call here. Okay, you're going to hear some sort of call of emotional happiness. Okay, happiness from your past, a second opportunity to be happy, a second opportunity to see something clear from your past. And this is all because you have come out on top. Okay, you're the Queen of Cups, so you have mastered the element of emotion. You've mastered spirituality and intuition. In this moon, I mean, it's just adding even more abundance to that, even more clarity and awareness. It's like this huge light is shining in a room that used to be dark for you, Scorpio. Okay, the Judgment card, this is all coming back from the past. It's something that made you happy, Scorpio, that you buried a long time ago is going to unexpectedly re-emerge over the next month. And that's how powerful that is. So no wonder, you know, did you ever wonder why it is that you're being called to master your emotions, Scorpio? Because what comes next is going to require that. So hopefully that helps. Let's move on to Sagittarius. We have the message coming out already, Sagittarius. Very, very interesting, Jesus. So before we reveal the card, Sag, I just want you to know you're a fire sign. So Leo is another fire sign. So this full moon is fiery, you know. Some of you guys have been asking me, when am I going to feel my passion again? When am I going to feel fire again? Well, if you haven't already felt it with Venus being in Sagittarius, you will feel it with this Leo full moon. This is going to bring back a lot of passion. And, you know, this is your 9th house, Sagittarius. So similar to Gemini, Leo is very significant to you guys. Leo is the 3rd house of Gemini. Leo is the 9th house of Sagittarius. And you are the 9th house, Sag. So this is about your knowledge. This is about your beliefs. This is about long distance travel and expansion. This is about your philosophy. And we want to relate that to creativity. We want to relate that to passion. So how can you create your own philosophy? Okay, what is it that you believe about pleasure, and what is it that can expand in a joyous way for you? Okay, you're gonna be, whenever I talk to a sign that's going through 9th house energy, I always say that this is an energy that you can learn from the most. So you are both student and teacher with this Leo full moon, you guys. And I feel like this is about getting really creative and studying happiness, studying creativity, studying, you know, what it is that you can learn from what you create. I mean, it's such a positive energy that just kind of bounces off of each other. And I love that it's a fixed fire energy for you, Sag, because it's going to stabilize the fire that is within you. Now, the message we have coming up, the card we have coming up for you guys is the Lovers card, Sagittarius. So I would say Venus is in your sign. Venus is definitely in Sagittarius, bringing that love and attraction and those relationship energies up for you guys. Even single Sagittarius is watching. You know, Venus is about self-love, and this is something you can learn from. So these are the lovers that are also studiers. They're also philosophers. So this is about your philosophy of love. And that's something that rings true to every Sagittarius 100% all the time, every day, because Leo will always be the 9th house of Sagittarius. So this is about your philosophy of love, especially while Venus is in Sagittarius. And we do have a Gemini here. So some of you guys are dealing with Gemini, which is the opposite sign of you. And if you're not dealing with a Gemini, the Lovers is literally any two people. This is twin flame soulmate kind of energy. We do have that divine angel up above. Some of you guys may be at a distance from love. Maybe there's just been distance between the last time that you felt love. But this looks like some kind of love that's going to be coming in for you guys. It's a connection. I'm not sure of the the intent. But I feel the cards and I see the cards, and there's definitely a love energy here. This is what you can learn the most from. Okay, what is it that puts a mountain between you and another person in place or thing that you love, Sagittarius? Study that, learn about that, expand on that more, gain knowledge about that, whatever that may mean. But we do have the Lovers. Okay, 7th house energy, that Gemini energy. The bottom of the deck is the 6 of Cups. So it looks like same for Taurus. There's going to be some nostalgic energy here, okay? There's going to be emotion that you feel from the past with this Leo full moon. A lot of us are getting love messages because Leo rules the heart. So how could we have a Leo full moon and not expect certain energies to submerge from our hearts? So Sagittarius, Venus is in your sign. There's no escaping love from past lives, okay? Love from your childhood. Love from the past, nostalgic love, you know, dreaming and thinking about things that you used to feel with certain people. The Lovers in the 6 of Cups is definitely speaking to a soulmate. Some of you guys are going to connect with a soulmate, and you can thank Leo energy for that over the next 6 months, okay? Even further, we have the Empress, okay? May involve your mom, but this is Venus energy. So there's a message here about Venus in Sagittarius. We have the Venus symbol here. Okay, so you're definitely learning more about love, and not just any old love, okay? That agape kind of love, that unconditional love. And we have a mother here. Some of you may be mothers. Maybe this involves your mother, especially if she's an Aries, a Libra, or a Taurus. Maybe there's an Aries, Libra, Taurus involved in this soulmate energy. We have a mother and child here. Ouch, this is the child card and this is the mother card. So we do have a mother and child. This is a fertile energy. This is a pregnant woman sometimes, but it is about abundance, okay? This is about love and abundance from your past, Sagittarius, in a very, very magical connection. I know some of you guys have been feeling a lot of pain, okay? You've been feeling a lot of painful completions, because we have 2 10s here. So this is about family. This is about, you know, financial success as well. This is about marriage for some of you guys. Some of you guys may even be proposed to in the next 6 months, because with the Page of Swords and the 4 of Wands, this is either a home environment or some kind of celebration, but I do see some kind of word about marriage. Maybe you're invited to a wedding or something like that. But this is a major completions to things that have been painful in your family, in your home environment. You know, it's all about your financial success, maybe even some sort of career. But this is your message, Sag. Love, love, and more love, abundance. And oh, this is one of the most beautiful messages I've ever seen, honestly. So you have a lot to study, Sagittarius. You have a lot of knowledge to gain about these energies while Venus is in your sign and over the next 6 months, okay? Very beautiful. Hopefully that helped you guys. So let's move on to Capricorn now. Capricorn. This is important because Leo is in a very, very special place for you guys, okay? Leo is your 8th house of hidden transformation, death, rebirth, sex, intimacy, secrets. The 8th house is one of my favorite houses. And for you guys, it's really interesting that you have Leo as your 8th house, because to me, to have this energy of creativity in your 8th house, every Capricorn has 8th house Leo on the zodiac wheel. So this is about some sort of secret, I see, especially with considering the card that just came out for you guys. There's something hidden here. And it may not be hidden after this cycle is over, the next month, and over the next 6 months, there may be something that comes to light, because this 8th house is going through a bunch of light. Like the full moon is covered in light, okay? And it is illuminating your 8th house of secrets. So there could be certain secrets that emerge, Capricorn, within yourself or within others. Maybe it's going to shine some light on secret intimacy or even death and rebirth transformation. The card I have coming out for you is similar to Gemini. We have the moon, and the same thing happened to Gemini. We had the moon come out, and I thought it was one card, but we have the moon hiding a card, and I'll show you that card here in a minute. So there is some sort of secret here. The moon is a significant Pisces energy. It could be Cancer, especially because Cancer is your opposite sign, Capricorn. So this is speaking to your shadow side as well. You know, you do have Pluto in your sign, Capricorn. So that deep Scorpio energy, 8th house energy is already within you, okay? You're already learning about those deep subconscious forces. So this is literally the moon card. So this moon is definitely going to, you know, illuminate certain things. The card that we have this moon hiding is the Six of Wands. So we have a subconscious victory here. The Six of Wands is all about public recognition. This is a card that every Capricorn would enjoy getting, because this is like a job well done in front of a parade of people. This is victory and success, being congratulated. A parade is being thrown for you, even in the cosmos, Capricorn, for being the South Node. You guys just went through your birthdays. It's Aquarius season now. It's 10:10 on the clock, as I'm literally, I see 10:10. So that is your number, and it's literally January 20th. So 10 plus 10 is 20. Synchronicities already. Capricorn, this is literally about, you know, your legacy. It's, even though Leo is your 8th house, you know, when we talk about the 8th house, it is very secretive, okay? So I just want to respect those energies, especially with the moon coming out, because there is something hidden here. You guys are all doing certain things that no one knows about in order to, you know, be victorious. But, you know, this is a difference, the difference between being seen and not being seen. So maybe there's some kind of victory that's being hidden here, but this is not being seen, and this is being seen by lots of people around you for the things that you've done in the dark, okay? So we've got some kind of soul victory here. We've got, yeah, you're going to feel victorious at a soul level. You're going to have something to celebrate within the next 6 months. We even have the Six of Wands. So this is indication of the next 6 weeks, 6 days, 6 hours, 6 months, even 6 years maybe. So yeah, this moon is going to bring in victory for you guys, quite frankly, okay? It's going to bring in emotional victory. Maybe it's going to be better to be a little bit in the shadows for the next month or so, Capricorn, about what it is that you've done with it, what it is that you've succeeded at, because Capricorn season just came and went. So there is a mountain that you guys successfully climbed. Over the next 6 months, there's just going to be you know, different victories that you guys have, and they're going to be victories in front of people. You know, you're going to be congratulated and applauded in front of at least 6 people, okay? At least 6 people, and there may be a victory for each month, but it seems as if it's quite mysterious and quite deep, and it's being hidden here. So this is how I seen the cards come out, but we want to consider the fact that we do have a very hidden victory. So maybe there's some secrets you know about victory. Maybe there's something you know how to do, Capricorn, that others may not, and you're going to gain victory with this moon's energy. This is moon victory. This moon is quite victorious. It looks as if there's going to be some sort of wish fulfillment. So there is something you've been wishing for, Capricorn, that will come true over the next 6 months, especially if it's in regard to healing financial balance or equal give and take. There's definitely going to be something that balances itself out for you guys, and you guys are going to be working really hard at these things, okay? Working really hard the next 6 months, I'm seeing, in order to be victorious in the next moon cycle, okay? So this is a cycle of victory. The moon speaks to cycles and emotion, okay? That inner energy, but there is something hidden about you, Capricorn, which I'm not surprised to see, because the 8th house is all about hidden. So you might want to be a little bit hush. You guys might want to keep this on the down low for a little while, until the next full moon at least. But yeah, there's going to be certain things that you guys are able to see about victory with this 8th house full moon transforming you. So hopefully that helps, Capricorn. We're going to move on to Aquarius now. Aquarius, happy birthday. Happy Aquarius season. Leo, as I'm sure most of you know, is your opposite sign, which is why we have a full moon happening right at the beginning of Aquarius season, okay? So this moon is opposing you at 0 degrees. Leo is your 7th house, okay? Leo represents the relationships that Aquarius has in this universe, okay? So this is about expressing yourself in the relationships you have, not just romantic, but it is romance around this time of year, but the 7th house is not constricted or confined to just romance. It's, you know, marriage, it's our families, our children, our friends, the people we work with, and the relationship we have with ourselves, okay? So this is definitely about creativity and how it goes into your relationships. How can we create the relationships that would make us most happy? This is also about the pleasure that you feel within your relationships, Aquarius. So let's see what's coming out. This is basically a relationship message, Aquarius, but there is a cycle that is coming to completion, okay? There may be new relationships forming. There may be old relationships coming to completions. So what is the message for Aquarius? What is the message for Aquarius? Oh, goodness. So another soulmate message here. Cycles coming to completion. I'll show you this message here. So we have these 4 cards make themselves known. So this is about cycles completing. This is about manifesting things. This is about children. This is about soulmates from the past or emotional nostalgia. But we had cards come out for you, okay? We have some major arcana for you as well. First, we have the Temperance, so significant Sagittarius energy, maybe even being patient, maybe balance is coming up here. Maybe some of you guys have relationships with Sagittarius, whether they're your children or you're the siblings, or there's just some sort of relationship that may need patience here. There's a relationship here that may be Sagittarius related. We do have Venus in Sagittarius, so that might be something coming up here as well. And we have this coming out with the Hanged Man, which is a Pisces. We have Pisces and Sagittarius here. And whenever Pisces and Sagittarius come together, there is a Jupiter energy that opens up. So there's something here about expansion. But the Hanged Man refers to someone who feels a bit stagnant. So there may be something here that you feel is stagnant. Maybe you feel a bit stuck, Aquarius. And if so, that would explain why we have the patience here. Having the patience to become enlightened and see something in a different way about your relationships. This is all about changing your view, changing your perception, seeing your relationships differently with this full moon. When there's a full moon in our 4th house, or I'm sorry, when there's a full moon in our 7th house of relationships, there's just certain things that we're able to see more clearly about our relationships because there's so many completions going on. There's so many emotions that are kind of cycling out. So this is about, you know, being patient enough to see something in a different way. This is about gaining enlightenment, and so enlightenment and patience are going hand in hand. Some of you guys need to test the waters and try new things. So I'm seeing try new things, see things in new ways. So there's definitely something here with that, okay? There is a stuck energy a little bit, Aquarius, with the Hanged Man, but the Hanged Man to me, and I may be biased because I'm a Pisces, but the Hanged Man is about enlightenment. He is stuck, but he is comfortable, okay? And I guess the Hanged Man is patient in himself as well. So quite a beautiful message there, especially if you're dealing with a Pisces or a Sagittarius. That energy just may be significant around the cycle of this full moon the next 6 months. Bottom of the deck, Aquarius, is the 8 of Wands. More Sagittarius energy, lots of arrows being fired there. This is a travel card. So some of you guys, this may even bring up certain travel in your relationships. How far will you travel for love, Aquarius? This is a looks like Cupid's arrows a little bit with this relationship. Some of you guys are waiting to hear back from maybe your mother. Maybe there's an Aries, Libra, or Taurus woman. Some of you guys may hear news over the next 6 months that there's a pregnancy, because we do have the a mother's energy here, okay? But this looks like love messages. This looks like love messages, Aquarius. Either from you or to you. It may be some sort of fertile woman. Maybe this is about abundance, but we have the Mother of the Tarot here and linked to some sort of travel, the traveling mother. And remember, this is over the next 6 months, okay? And over the next month. We do have the Knight of Cups here. So this is about a love offer, Aquarius. This is about moving forward with your emotions, moving forward in regards to what you feel about people, places, and things. And we have this with the Knight of Pentacles. So we have a Virgo and a Pisces on the move here, opposite energies. This is about 2 different things. There could be an earth sign and a water sign. Maybe there's someone realistic and someone who's emotional coming your way. White horse, black horse. But either way, there's going to be new beginnings, okay? As long as you release a little bit of what it is that you're hanging on to, Aquarius, because we do have you hanging on to something. Maybe it has something to do with your happiness. We have the Queen of Swords showing up here with the Queen of Cups. So no matter how intellectual and detached you may seem, Aquarius, there is that water bearer energy. I'm going to show you here. Why not? We do have, this is you, Aquarius. These are the 2 opposite sides of you. You can bear water. You can also bear air. And we have the High Priestess. Okay, so that was a secret there. But we do have a love commitment, because I see the Hierophant and the 2 of Cups. Some of you are with Taurus. But you got to let go a little bit, Aquarius, to your foundation so that you can jump and leap into something new, okay? Because there's just things that are going to be showing up for you. I mean, you know, this full moon is opposite of you. Leo is your shadow. Aquarius is the shadow of Leo. So, of course, this is going to change things for you, okay? You're going to be getting love messages over the next. So this is a relationship reading for you, because this is 7th house, okay? So it doesn't have to be just romance, but you know, it does have to do with relationships, and we've got some offers coming in here. we've got some messages. So when it comes to the relationships you're experiencing over the next 6 months, Aquarius, there's going to be cycles that come to completion. New people coming in, old people cycling out. And this is going to take seeing things in new ways, okay? Gaining enlightenment. You guys are all about enlightenment, being, you know, ruled by Uranus. So, you know, I think this is going to be cycles that really manifest new magical things. And it's going to be, it has to do with either childhood things or your children or nostalgia, maybe just some emotion from the past. But I think that's a beautiful message, Aquarius, and I just opened up to the moon, okay? So definitely a synchronicity there, maybe dealing with a Pisces, but I think that speaks to cycles in your relationships. So hopefully that message helped. I think these messages are really beautiful for this Leo full moon. So last but not least, Pisces. Oh, Pisces. This full moon is in our 6th house. I like the 6th house, but the 6th house is, you know, not the house that we're most used to, Pisces. We are the opposite of the 6th house. The 6th house is all about reality. It's about our health. It's about our services that we offer other people. So, you know, it's just kind of a foreign house for us. Virgo is the 6th house, Pisces, and we're the 12th house. So this is about learning from our opposite energy a little bit. Leo is all about the pleasure that comes into our lifestyle, okay? The pleasure that comes into our lifestyle. Creating a more happy lifestyle for us, Pisces. Happy is healthy for Pisces because we have Leo in our 6th house. It makes Pisces happy to be of service to other people. It gives Pisces pleasure to be of service to other people. And, you know, pleasure has to chime in to what we experience in our 6th house of lifestyle. So if Pisces aren't living happy lifestyles, if they're not happy with the work they're doing, we're not experiencing pleasure, and that makes for a very sad fish. So this is all about this next cycle of 6 months to me, I feel is bringing certain things to completions that are just not aligning with our happiness in our life. The universe knows what is and what isn't adding to the pleasure that we're experiencing, Pisces. So the card that we have coming out is the Hierophant. So this is the same card that Aries got. There may be a significant energy there if you guys have Aries energy around you, or if you have Aries energy in your birth chart. You know, Aries got this Hierophant as well. So it looks as if, wow, the first zodiac sign and the last zodiac sign are getting committed. So when Aries commits and when Pisces commits, all the zodiac signs in between commit as well. So there's some sort of chapter that Aries and Pisces are ending together. Maybe it has to do with Chiron, but I see that Aries and Pisces are both committing. We're both chiming into what it is that we believe. Maybe we're even seeking spiritual counsel around this time, around the next 6 months or even month even, okay? But we do have a Taurus here. We have some kind of, maybe Pisces, you are a spiritual counselor here, okay? Maybe some of us are going to be reaching out to seek spiritual guidance and counsel over the next 6 months because Pisces, I don't know if you've felt it yet, but there's just new information coming in. You know, there's certain changes that we're feeling subtly inside ourselves, certain subtle changes. Pisces rules all that is subtle. So there's subtle things. I mean, this is a very subtle time of year because Aquarius season is in. It's very alien-like, and then all of a sudden Pisces season always approaches very subtly, okay? Very ease, it's very kind energy, all right? So this is about over the next 6 months seeking some sort of either becoming or seeking, or perhaps a little of both, you know, being that spiritual counselor, speaking out about the spiritual knowledge that you know, Pisces. But sometimes even the spiritual counselor needs spiritual guidance. You know, even the Buddhist of Buddhism, even the monkiest monk needs spiritual guidance to become more grounded. The most wise spiritualists understand that there is always more to know, okay? That's the most spiritual, that's the most knowledge that you can gain spiritually, is to know that there is always more knowledge to expand on. And that's why Pisces is so wise. Even though Pisces is the final chapter to the zodiac book, even though Pisces is the last zodiac sign, we do know of the journey that comes before, not just after. Okay, Pisces has lived many lives before. So this is about what we believe, Pisces. This may be changing. There may be cycles of beliefs. The main thing I'm feeling here is that there's a great significance as to why Aries and Pisces received the Hierophant. Maybe there's a significant Taurus. You know, sometimes it speaks to marriage or it speaks to some sort of tradition or commitment. But I feel like this is Pisces seeking spiritual guidance. Like, you are the spiritual counselor, Pisces, and that is why you will also be attracting and manifesting other spiritual advisors in your life, okay? Bottom of the deck for you, Pisces, is the Seven of Cups. So this card comes out sometimes for other people and it gives me a different vibe. But when this card comes out for Pisces, you know, it's just a completely different message because we understand this energy. This is a fantasy world. This is an illusion. So Pisces wouldn't respond to this energy as other people would. You know, we wouldn't be appalled or shocked. This is what we dream about every night. This is the subconscious of Pisces 24/7 all the time. All the different emotions we feel, picking our poison, understanding the different effect that all these different cups, I mean, there's different things in all of these cups, and I think this is committing to the fantasy, Pisces. So over the next 6 months, you know, Leo, pleasure, creativity, we're going to need to commit to all the different things that we feel. I usually tell people to pick a cup when this card comes out, but for Pisces, this is about committing to all 7. Committing to all the different emotion, all the fantasy. This is committing to the fantasy is what I keep hearing. Regardless of the different option. If it's poison, committing to that. You know what I mean? Like committing to all your emotions have in store for you. The good, the bad, the ugly, everything. You know, being married, becoming married to this energy. I mean, I spoke about spiritual counseling. Now, this is our health, guys. This is talking about our services. So a lot of us have spiritual service or emotional service to offer. That healing energy, Pisces energy. But yeah, this is definitely about committing to this energy. And as I was speaking about that spiritual counselor, it's interesting how you can't have one without the other, Pisces. Like every Pisces is batshit crazy, right? Well, this is where our wisdom comes from. You know, not being afraid of these energies. We embrace this energy. We embrace the insane. We embrace the 12th house, the subconscious, the illusion, the confusion, the fantasy, all of it. We're very committed to it and married to it in a way, Pisces. So this is about, you know, I think we're going to be, for the first time in a very long time, Pisces is really seeing their weaknesses as strengths, okay? And committing to that. We're going to be speaking out and using our wisdom, using what we've gone through to help others along the way, okay? This, you're looking at why it is you're such a guru, Pisces, because of all that you've endured. And I just want to show you the card that would be next out. We have the Strength card. We have Leo present. And we have the Eight of Cups. So this is also talking about the strength, okay? This is literally the Leo full moon eclipse there. This is talking about having the courage, having the strength. We have the Seven of Cups and the Eight of Cups, okay? So we have quite a message here. Committing to the fantasy, but also having the strength to walk away from certain emotion, okay? This is a synchronicity here. The Eight and the Seven and the Eight of Cups, definitely this full moon is going to show us, even though although we first commit to this energy, it's about then walking away towards our strength, towards that soul journey, okay? Having the courage and the bravery to see through the illusion. All right, Pisces, we have a committed message here about that. Having the strength to commit. We have Leo and Taurus, which are 2 zodiac signs that have been hanging out together for a while in tarot readings. We have the Tower, we have the Hermit, we have the Ten of Swords. So we've got our opposite sign showing up a bit here, guys. You know, there may be certain things with that Virgo energy next month. Pisces, it all comes with the grain, okay? It all comes with the territory. This is what we signed up for, okay? And I just feel like this message is a bit different for us, because we are going to be reflecting in our solitude as everything crumbles down. We're going to be reflecting on all our pain with Chiron moving out of Pisces soon and coming into our birthday cycle. There's going to be certain things that fall down, but I do sense just a peace about it all. I sense a peace about it all. I do, because there's good things coming. There's stability coming, okay? Throughout the anxiety, we've been able to ground. And the ground that shakes beneath our feet is not the ground that we stand on all the time. Even the Hermit is found in the clouds. So it doesn't really matter what falls apart at this point, Pisces, because we're committed to the fantasy, we're committed to the emotion, and we're strong, and we're in our strength. I wouldn't rather any other message than that, Pisces. I really wouldn't. We have love here, 2 of Cups. So before I go, guys, I would just like to get an overall message for the collective to see if there's any additional energy for us all together. So Spirit, I do want to ask for 1 card for the collective, for everyone. In general, what does this Leo full moon have to offer? So, we have, who did get this message? Was this Capricorn? Because this is the message we have for all of us. 210 cards. So major, major, major completions this full moon cycle is bringing. How could it not? With it being a super blood moon, eclipse, all these things. These are 210s. And it was interesting, when I was reading for Capricorn, I seen 1010 on the clock. So there was a synchronicity there. This is about our pain completing. Okay, there's a light at the end of the tunnel here. There might be generational pain that we're feeling, you know, because the Ten of Pentacles is all about generations. It's all about financial success and completion and fulfillment. So this is what's coming to an end, you guys. There are completions of cycles, generation cycles, and finally the light at the end of the tunnel here. All of us are going to be going through very strong logical and mental completions, okay? We have earth and air here. So this is about logic and intellect. So we're going to be able to see these things quite clearly complete. They're going to be very physical, real, tangible completions within our homes, within our mind, within our families, within our relationships. This is all going to manifest in different ways for us. The bottom of the deck is the Four of Wands. So this is the card of love, the card of marriage, commitment, and celebration. So this tells me that we are going to be celebrating the endings to our pain, the endings of betrayal and deception. All of us are going to become a bit more authentic with our goals and what it is. I think Leo energy helps us determine what it is that will make us the happiest. And we can't achieve that with holding on to energies that have completed. This is about stabilizing ourselves as the Queen of Pentacles would. You know, stabilizing and grounding our anxiety and in the battles we've been fighting. This is what's coming to a completion with this lovely Leo energy, you guys. Remember to celebrate what it is that makes you happy. You know, if you can do anything around this time, be with those who you love. Celebrate making it this far. Celebrate that fire energy and expression. I just opened up the deck to the Wheel of Fortune. So we've got some energies that very much have been you know, karma's coming. We have Jupiter here in Sagittarius making a good aspect this moon. So I'm going to leave it here, guys. We have Leo on this card here towards the bottom anyways. So this looks like a cycle that is completing, that we've been waiting on for quite a while here. Lots of change, lots of good fortune and luck coming to us all. So thank you so much for listening, guys. I wish you guys a beautiful Leo full moon, super moon, blood wolf moon, eclipse energy. It's quite powerful, but it's all for good reason. Happy full moon, you guys, and I'll talk to you next time.